Today we're going to discuss how to write linear equations with specific given information. And there are three possibilities for given information you could have. You could either be given the slope and the y-intercept, which is b. You could be given a slope and a point that your line goes through. And you could also be given 2 points, x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2. So what we'll do is we'll look at the first possibility, then the second one, and then the third one. Alright, so for the first possibility it was you're given a slope m and your y-intercept b, and all you're going to do is plug your values into y equals mx plus b. So if I'm given a slope of 1/2 and a y-intercept of b, we'll just write that as y is equal to 1/2 x plus 3. Right. Suppose we're given a slope m and a point on the line, a point that the line goes through, x sub 1, y sub 1. First thing you're going to do is plug your values. Y sub 1 is equal to m times x sub 1 plus b. So we're going to take, this is my x sub 1 and this is my y sub 1. We're going to take negative 1 is equal to m, negative 1/2, times my x value, which is 4, plus b. Right? And step 2, we're going to solve for b and then plug the values back into y equals mx plus b. Alright, so we solve for b. Negative 1/2 times 4 is just a negative 4 over 2, which is a negative 2. Add 2 to both sides, and negative 1 plus 2 is 1. And so now I have a b term, and I have an m term, and it's just like the problem we just did before. I have an m and a b, and we'll just write y is equal to negative 1/2 x plus 1. And lastly, we are given 2 points that the line goes through. And the first thing you want to do is find the slope. So m is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 over x sub 1. And first, identify these points. So this is x1, y1, and x2, y2. Alright, and now we found that the slope is negative 2. What you'll do, this problem actually turns into a problem that we just did on the previous slide. So I have a slope of negative 2, and I actually have 2 points. You can choose either one. So you can see in this equation here, y sub 1 equals m times x sub 1 plus b, or if you use the other point, you'll use the other formula. Just plug those values in and solve for b. Alright, so now I plugged my slope and my first point into this equation right here, and I solve for b, and I get negative 2. And I also did it for the other point just to show you, just to illustrate that you do get the same answer. It doesn't matter which one you do, you should get the same answer. You know, only do one of those, but I was just illustrating a point. And now you have your b is negative 2, your slope is negative 2, so your equation is y is equal to negative 2x minus 2. Right, and you're done. So what I did is I went through and graphed the three equations in order. And you can see here from y equals 1/2 x plus 3, 3 is my y-intercept, and I went up 1 over 2 is my slope. On the next one, we had a y-intercept of 1, which is right here. And my slope was a negative 1/2, so I went down 1 and over 2. And it also went through the point for negative 1. And then our third and final graph, it went through 2 points, negative 3, 4, and 2, negative 6. And you can see when the equation we got, negative 2 is the y-intercept, so it's 0, negative 2. And the slope is negative 2 over 1, so I went down 2 and over 1, down 2 and over 1.